Close to showtime, head her home to the Tuesday Live studios. Serve potatoes. It's like breakfast. Morning. Hey, Willie, get up.
What's everybody doing tonight? Pull up to the corner, stop at the light. A 5-liter Mustang pulls up on my right. He revs the gas, step on mine to see the light changing. Edge up to the light, but I'm a minivan man. I drive a minivan man, I'm a minivan man, I'm a minivan man. I'm doing what I can, but I'm just a minivan man. Volvo with 4 on the floor. It wasn't real fast, but it sure sounded good. That little 4-cylinder under the hood. If I had some more money, get an SUV, 4-wheel drive. You better look out for me coming down the road about 8 feet tall. I spend most of my time just driving to the mall, 'cause I'm a minivan man. I drive a minivan man, a minivan man, I'm a minivan man. I'm doing what I can, but I'm just a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. Full of kids that gotta haul around. That old hatchback just goes up and down. I wish I had a vet with room for just 2. We'd go driving, just me and you. But I'm a minivan man. I drive a minivan man, a minivan man, I'm a minivan man. I'm doing what I can, but I'm just a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. Live from my basement. It's Tuesday Live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Live. I come to you live from the traditional territory of the Neutral, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee peoples, on land that is part of the Haldimand Treaty of 1784. May we all find the path to living in peace and harmony. Hope everyone's had a great week. Good to see everybody here tonight. I see we've got Chris and my mom are over in St. Mary's, and I think we saw who all is on here. We have Lee from down in Lancaster, New York's here tonight, and Kathy from over in Elmira, and Kathy and Dwight from down Fenland Falls, and David down that way as well, and Kelly and John from down the Hammer, down in the great big city of Hamilton. We got a great musician from Hamilton on the show tonight too. And who else? We have Danny's here from Port Elgin as well, and Brian Stan McRae's checked in, so good to see everybody. Hope everybody's had a great week. We've been celebrating my mom Erna's 92nd birthday, which happened actually this past Sunday, and she's been making a tour of family and friends in Southern Ontario. And she's currently watching the show with her sister over in St. Mary's. And I'm not sure if she'll be in the after party tonight, but she's been having a great time. We've all been having a great time, and so grateful to have her with us and still as sharp as ever. If you've ever been to the after party, you know she remembers stories that are probably older than a lot of us anyways. But anyways, it's great to be here with Mom and having her in the area. If you watch the show long enough, you remember Alan Edmonds, who graced the show with a number of his often theatrical musical performances. And I wasn't surprised to find out this week that along with Richard Winzeller, that Alan has created a musical called Perfect World, which is based on the life of the precocious child writer Barbara Follett, who started writing at the age of 4 but mysteriously disappeared at the age of 25. The show is set to hit the stage in London this coming February, and this week there are staged editions taking place in London. And they're looking for 2 to 3 women aged 30 to 35, 2 to 3 young men aged 17 to 22, and 2 to 3 men aged 40 to 45. And more information about the whole show, if you're interested at all, can be found at perfectworldthemusical.com. All the best to Alan and the team as they take on this project. Pretty exciting to do a musical. I've been thinking of doing maybe a Tuesday Live musical at some point in time, but it's really not on the scale of putting it on a stage like Alan's doing, so that's exciting. Tonight on the 86th episode of Tuesday Live, we're celebrating all of our favorites. Favorite songs with selections from myself and all the Tuesday Live cast, Willy, Rob Dylan, Robbie O'Spoon, and Neil Old. And also excited to have 3 of our favorite Tuesday Live guests on the show tonight, who are all amazing performers. Kappas Casing's Marc Desilets, bluesman extraordinaire Alfie Smith, and of course the latest crazy creation from that bottomless pool of talent that is Waxxie Shack. I'm excited to share each one of them with you tonight. It's going to be a great show. So let's head over to the Beatles tribute room. Somebody snuck in there. I don't know who's that. Who's over in the Beatles tribute room? Hey y'all, Willy here. Look where I am. I'm in the Beatles tribute room. Isn't that exciting? Let me tell you, it's where legends like Neil Old and Rob Dylan play. Boy, it's exciting to be in here. And you know, I think I got to thank my old buddy Pat Ricky Bobby for getting me here, because Pat Ricky Bobby called me up about a week ago, and he said, "Willy, how you doing?" I got talking to him. He says, "Willy, what you doing living out in that shed and playing music out in that shed? It's getting cold up there in Canada, ain't it?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I guess it is, Pat Ricky Bobby, getting kind of cold up here." And he said, "Well, I'm going to give that Rob fella a call and see if I can talk some sense into him." So next thing I knew, Pat Ricky Bobby must have made Rob an offer he couldn't refuse. And he let me into the house here, and maybe smoking hot, talk to the executive producer too, and maybe talk some sense into her too, because I'm sleeping in the back basement now. It ain't too bad, a little dusty and dirty back there. I guess it's just an unfinished basement, concrete floor, but it's a little warmer than the shed, let me tell you, and I'm kind of liking it. But the only problem is Stu. I was going to have to leave Stu out there, but I kind of snuck him in here. I got Stu living in here with me, so don't tell nobody. Don't tell Rob or the executive producer that I got Stu in here. But I wanted to hang out with Stu. Because what's that, Stu? Oh, you like it in here too, don't you? What? You got a bag of carrots in the fridge? Ain't that special? Well, anyways, I got to do some songs here. I thought one of my favorite songs, and I'm going to send this out to my good friend Pat Ricky Bobby for helping get me back in the house, so to speak, is a song called Talladega. It's by Eric Church, and it's about car racing, or at least a bunch of fellas going to a car race. It was the summer before the real world started, and the deal was we would get to go if we cleaned it up and got it running. Daddy's old Winnebago with a wing and a prayer down 65. 5 best friends on 4-ball tires. You can still see Billy smiling when we finally made it to Talladega. Boys raised up, whiskey in your glass. Here's to turning up, slowing down, and cars that go real fast. We were laughing and living, drinking and wishing, thinking as that checkered flag was waving. Sure would like to stay in Talladega. Like a storm, life rolls on. Can hit pause as we just did. Those days in life don't stand out, but life's about those days that will, like rockin' rando, getting rowdy, shooting Roman candles at the man in the moon till the Alabama sun was breaking. over Talladega, boys raised up, whiskey in your glass. Here's to turning up, slowing down, and cars that go real fast. We were laughing and living, drinking and wishing, thinking as that checkered flag was waving. Sure would like to stay in Talladega. Go cold and it blows October, think of us standing shoulder to shoulder. Like those cars, my thoughts roll over and over and over in my mind. Tonight I'm in Talladega, boys raised up, whiskey in your glass. Here's to turning up, slowing down, and cars that go real fast. We were laughing and living, drinking and wishing, thinking as that checkered flag was waving. Sure would like to stay in Talladega. 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 Thanks, Pat, Rick, and Bobby. Well, thank you, Willie, for that. I don't know if Willie mentioned at the start there, but as you notice, he's in the Beatles tribute room. And, you know, funny, got a phone call from Pat, Ricky, Bobby earlier this week. He was pleasant, but kind of talking about maybe sending some of the Tavez Honey Gang over here to talk to me about having Willie out in the shed all winter. So we've let Willie move into the back basement for the winter months. So as long as he's quiet back there, doesn't make too much noise. But it's kind of good to have Willie in the house. I think he's all vaccinated up and everything, so I think we're good. But good to see you, Ron, checking in from up in Kapuskasing. We do have a guest on from Kapuskasing a little later, a musical guest. Looking forward to that. And also, I see Liz has checked in as well. Good to see you, Liz. And let's head it down to Eastern Ontario and to he celebrated a birthday last week. Our good friends Brian Stan McRae. And let's see what pictures Stan has for us this week. Stan's picks. nice old picture of Stan, always fantastic. You know, I grew up in the same area that Stan did, same little village, and boy, we didn't see many of those things when we were kids there. We saw a few of them, but I don't know if the environment's changed that much or whether Stan has just developed a better eye than we had when we were kids. But this is a song I actually wrote, speaking of that area, of a teenage romance I had, and kind of writing about looking back on old romance. And my wife doesn't like the song too much, but because my old girlfriend. It was back in the summer of '74. I needed you, but I wanted more, that's true. Ride our bikes out to the lake. You sure look great, and you know that I sure loved you. We'd sketch the clouds, we'd sail the wind, and lie in the sun till it went in. How did those good times become so long ago? I often think of you, do you ever think of me? Do you ever wonder what might have been? But that was far too long ago. Well, years go by, old memories fade, but in my mind there's still a slow parade. Sometimes good and sometimes bad, the things we lost, the things we thought we had. Back when you sketched the clouds, we'd sail the wind and lie in the sun till it went in. How did those good times become so long ago? I often think of you, do you ever think of me? Do you ever wonder what might have been? But that was far too long ago. Try to keep looking straight ahead. Sometimes I turn and look back and think about what we once had. It's never black or white or gray or old. No, we barely even made it past gold. Like when you sketched the clouds, we'd sail the wind, lie in the sun till it went in. How did those good times become so long ago? Let's see what Rob Dylan has for us tonight. Hey, Rob. How does it feel?
Well, hey everybody, it's Rob Dylan here. Got a song here, trying to think of our favorite songs, some of the favorite songs. I was trying to think of one I maybe haven't played yet of Bob's. And I don't think I've played this one yet, but I'm not sure. I've played so many. You know, you get to a certain point in life, you start forgetting things before you remember them. And, this one is one I'm not sure I've played, but I don't think I have. And it's called Just Like a Woman. And it's a pretty good one of a song that my brother Bob wrote, so hope you like it. Nobody feels any pain. Tonight is lost inside the rain. Oh, everybody knows
that baby's got new clothes, but lately I see her ribbons and her bows have fallen from her curls. And she takes just like a woman. Yes, she does, she makes love, oh, just like a woman. Yes, she does, and she aches, oh, just like a woman. And she breaks just like a little girl. A Queen Mary, she's my friend. Yes, I believe I'll go see her again. Nobody has to guess that baby can't be blessed till she finally sees that she's like all the rest, with her fog, her amphetamine, and her pearl. She takes just like a woman. Yes, she does, she makes love, oh, just like a woman. Yes, she does, and she aches, oh, just like a woman. But she breaks just like a little girl. It was raining from the first, and I was dying there of thirst, so I came in here. And your long-time curse hurts, oh, but what's worse is the pain in here. I can't stay in here. Ain't it clear that I just can't fit? Yes, I believe it's time for us to quit. Oh, when we meet again, introduced as friends. But please don't let all that you knew me when I was hungry and it was your world. Are you fake? Just like a woman. Yes, you do, you make love, oh, just like a woman. Yes, you do, then you ache, oh, just like a woman. But you break just like a little girl. Thank you very much, Rob. Fantastic version of the song. I see we have Marc Desilets in the house, and that's good to see, because Marc is coming up next. I'm going to do a little. I'm opening for Marc here tonight, and I'm going to do another one of my own songs. And Stan, boy, you kind of threw me off there. You just start talking donuts, and then all of a sudden I get hungry and don't want to play music. I want to go find a donut, but we'll do my best to try to get my mom one of those Black Forest donut things. Sounds kind of interesting. Those of you who don't know, Stan is also a food writer. He does donut reviews. This song's called Anger and Love. Anger is like a raging fire that I can only hold back with a strong desire. Anger's gonna be my funeral pyre. When the storm blows through, I'm a fallen live wire. I'm looking for love that'll set me free. I'm looking you, you're looking at me. You're fighting back tears, pain grips my heart. Anger and love keeps pulling us apart. Oh, anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Had love and love had me. Love boiled in my blood, tried to set me free. Love became my only reason to be. But my love crashed down like a chainsaw on a tree. I'm still looking for a love that'll set me free. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me. Fighting back tears, pain grips my heart. Anger and love tries to pull us apart. Oh, anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love brings joy and pain, runs hot and cold, gets filled and drained. This life and death seem black and white. Oh, anger and love both day and night. I'm not looking for love, it can't set me free. I'm still looking at you, you're looking at me. We're fighting back tears, pain grips our hearts. Anger and love can't pull us apart. Oh, anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Thank you. Marc Desilets has made several appearances on Tuesday Live. He's a super talented multi-instrumentalist from that musical hotbed of the North, Kapuskasing. And during the pandemic, Marc has created a whole series of fantastic music videos. And if you've missed them, check out Marc's YouTube channel. And you can find the link to that as long as on our featured artist page at tuesdaylive.ca. I'm happy to share one of his most recent creations with you tonight. And I think you'll agree with me that, well, it's pretty sweet.
Well, I'm on my way to the city lights, to the pretty face that shines her light on the city nights. And I gotta catch a noon train, I gotta be there on time. Oh, it feels so good to know she'll wait at the end of the line. Sweet, sweet city woman, I can see your face, I can hear your voice, I can almost touch you. Sweet, sweet city woman, and the banjo and me, we got a feel for singing. Yeah, yeah. Bon, c'est bon, 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 c'est bon, 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 c'est bon, 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 c'est bon, 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 c'est bon, 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 c'est bon, 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 bon. So long, so long, so long, neighbors and friends, like a country morning, all snuggled in blue. She got a way to make a man feel shiny and new, and she sings in the evening old familiar tunes, and she feeds me love and tender sweet, sweet city woman. Sweet, sweet city woman. Oh, my sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Everybody, sweet, 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 sweet city woman. La 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 la, la 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 la. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman. La 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 la, la 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 la. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman. La 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 la. She's my sweet, 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 sweet city woman. La 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 la, la 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 la. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman. La 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 la, la la la. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman.
Wow, what a talent Marc is. Thank you for sharing that with us, Marc. And I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but Marc also fairly recently won the CAP 100 talent contest, the adult division. And it's obviously, there's a lot of talent up in Kapuskasing and Marc is at the top of that heap. And thanks for sharing that with us, Marc. And we're going to have more Marc in the coming episodes, so stick around, keep watching the show, and share with your friends. You know, we have a lot of great music on here. We expose people to a lot of great artists from all over the country and even beyond. And so, you know, let your friends know about the show. We always, the more the merrier here at Tuesday Live. It'd be nice to have some more folks here. But I love the folks that are here anyways. But anyways, this song's called In This Thing Together. It's a song I learned a long time ago. In fact, if you want to see one of my earlier renditions of it, there's on the Rob Spoon Music Tuesday Live YouTube channel. It's one of the first YouTube videos I ever posted to YouTube. It was a performance that myself, the Speed River Valley Mountain Boys, with myself and Ranch Fedek and my old late great friend David Duke on mandolin. And this was videoed at the old Heidelberg Tavern in, I'm not sure what year it was, a few years back. But we did a version of this song, so if you're interested, you might go back and take a look at it or listen to it. But here's a more recent version, and it's a song that was originally, I heard, recorded by the Old Crow Medicine Show. Well, my friends, I can see your face so clearly. A little bit tired, a little worn through the years. You sound nervous, you seem so alone. I hardly recognized your voice on the telephone. I remember just before we wound up broken down, we drive out to the edge of the highway, follow that lonesome dead-end roadside south. We're all in this thing together, walking the line between faith and fear. This life don't last forever. When you cry, I taste the salt in your tears. Well, my friends, let's put this thing together. Walk the path with worn out feet have tried. 'Cause if you wanted, you could go home forever. Give up your jaded ways, spell your name before God. in this thing together, walking the line between faith and fear. This life don't last forever. When you cry, I taste the salt in your tears. Every day there's a picture in the mirror, fancy shoes to grace our feet. And all there is a slow road to freedom, heaven above and the devil below. We're all in this thing together, walking the line between faith and fear. This life don't last forever. When you cry, I taste the salt in your tears.
Here's our friend from down the way in Dublin, Ontario, Robbie Spoon.
Oh, hello everybody out there in internet land. It's Robbie Spoon here in Dublin, Ontario. Just having a grand old time, swelling the pigs and eating me potatoes and drinking me Guinness too, having a good time, bit of snow we've had here, a little bit of winter coming, but that's okay. Winter's gonna come no matter what you do. Everybody talks about the weather, but nobody does nothing about it. But anyways, I thought for playing songs of our favourites, I thought, well, what's my favourite song? We've done so many, I've almost forgotten as many as I played on the show, so I'm trying to think, well, what songs have I played? Which ones did I particularly like? And well, there's one I kind of learnt since I've been here in Canada. It's called On Raglan Road, and it's a good old Irish tune, but I didn't know it before I came here, and I kind of like it. It's kind of I'm not sure what quite to make of it. What all the stories about the fellow runs into a girl and she causes him trouble, as if that's never happened before, eh? But anyways, it's called On Raglan Road.
On Raglan Road, on an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger and I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay. Oh, I loved too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her the secret signs that's known to artists who have known the true gods of sound and stone, and a word and tint without stint. I gave her poems to say, with her own name there and her own dark hair, the clouds over fields of May. On a quiet street where old ghosts meet, I see her walking now. Away from me so hurriedly, my reason must allow that I had loved not as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos the clay, he'd lose the wings at the dawn of day. Thank you for that, Robbie. Lovely rendition of that song on Raglan Road. Our next performer is our good friend and the pride of North Bay, Waxxie from Waxxie Shack. And he's quickly become a Tuesday Live favorite with his fun and upbeat musical videos. You can check out more of Waxxie's creations on the Waxxie Shack YouTube channel. And again, you can find that link on the featured artist page at tuesdaylive.ca. Tonight's video features the Waxxie Tabernacle Choir. Take it away, Waxxie.
Hello, folks. My name's Waxxie, and welcome to the Shack. Bruce Johnson, Disney Girls. 1, 2, 3.
Clearing skies and drying eyes, I see your smile. Darkness goes and softness shows a change in style. Just in time, words that rhyme will bless your soul. Now I fill your hands with kisses and a Tootsie Roll. Reality, it's not for me, and it makes me laugh. Oh, fantasy world and Disney girls, I'm coming back. Patty Bays and summer days on old Cape Cod. Happy times making homemade wine in my garage. Country shade and lemonade, guess I'm slowing down. It's a turn-back world with a local girl in a smaller town. Open cars and clear stars, that's what I've lacked. Oh, fantasy world and Disney girls, I'm coming back. Love and Rickenell, I probably born in love. Love, get up, guess what, I'm in love with a girl I found. She's really swell, she likes church, bingo chances, and old time dances. All my life I spent the nights with dreams of you, and for the warmth I missed, and the things I wished, they're all coming true. I got my love to give, a place to live, guess I'm gonna stay. It'd be a peaceful life with a forever wife and a kid someday. Now it's early nights and pillow laugh, laugh. Oh, fantasy world and Disney girls, I'm coming back to one. La da da, la da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da, da da da.
Woo, indeed. Fantastic work there, Waxxie. Well, there were a multitude of Waxxies on that rendition of that Beach Boys classic. Excellent work. Thanks for that. And hey, Steve and Kathy, nice to check in. Steve enjoying the music out there, I can see. And but we always enjoy Waxxie here on Tuesday Live. Let's head it back out to the Beatles tribute room and see what Neil Old has pulled out for us tonight. Neil.
Well, hello everybody, it's Neil Old here, and your nose didn't deceive you. There's no lazy horse here tonight. He's out running around with his filly, Rosebud, and his two little colts, Rose and Bud, out in the farm there. He's probably, hauling a buggy around or something. It's hard to, once a fella gets a day job, hard to get him back in the band, but I've got a couple, got some acoustic songs here anyways I can play for you while Lazy Horse is on his sabbatical or whatever you want to call it. And this is a good one of my favorite Neil Old songs. Well, Neil Old playing Neil Young songs anyways. It's called Tell Me Why. Sailing hardships through broken harbors, out on the waves in the night. Still the searcher must ride the dark horse, racing alone in his fright. Tell me why. Tell me why. When you're old enough to repay, but young enough to sell. Tell me lies later, come and see me, I'll be around for a while. I am lonely, but you can free me, all in the way that you smile. Tell me why. Tell me why. Is it hard to make arrangements with yourself when you're old enough to repay, but young enough to sell?
Beauty, Neil. Thanks for sharing that with us. Always enjoy Neil Old playing Neil Young. Nothing quite like it. They do call him the Neil Young tribute artist of our generation, and certainly that song shows his skills there. Our next performer has been on Tuesday Live as well before in the past with his bottleneck slide guitar riffs and master of blues skills. And tonight I'm happy to share a brand new original Alfie Smith song called East End Girl. That's both romantic and a musical tour of Alfie's hometown of Hamilton. For more great music from Alfie, subscribe to his new YouTube channel, where he's planning to release a lot of new music as well. And the link can be found at the featured artists page at tuesdaylive.ca. Alfie's also out playing regularly, and so if you're in Southern Ontario, check him out. I usually try to post anything I see, any upcoming Alfie appearances on the Tuesday Live Facebook page. And I know this coming Saturday afternoon, if you're down in the Hamilton area, he's the feature performer at the Saturday Afternoon Live this Saturday, November 20th, at Laidlaw Memorial United Church in Hamilton from 3 to 5. And I think it's pay what you can. So if you want to check out some of Alfie's fine blues riffs and songs, you can check him out down there on this coming Saturday. But anyways, I'm going to turn it over to Alfie and let him introduce the song.
Hello, my name's Alfie Smith. This is a relatively new song of mine. This is called East End Girl. I'm lucky enough to be playing this on my 1927 Gibson L3. Bid you down on Jackson Square to the bottom bus to Delaware. You're my East End girl, and I love you so. In Gage Park we play in the fields. My love for you will never yield. You're my East End girl, and I love you so. At the Jockey Club, that's when I knew that I was in love with my East End girl, and I love you so. I'll take you up to the Devil's Punch Bowl, see the city lay below, making promises we'll never keep. Let's my mind rest in peace with my East End girl, and I love you so. Playing at the Supercrawl, my love for you will never stall. You're my East End girl, and I love you so. The farmer's market on Ottawa Street, but none of the berries are quite as sweet as my East End girl, and I love you so. Make it out of this rusted town, baby, Mexico, water down. You're my East End girl, and I love you so. Making out on Dundas Peak before the rain and the sleet, waiting for the fireworks. I love you so much it starts to hurt. You're my East End girl, and I love you so. Big it out of this rusted town, baby, Mexico, water down. You're my East End girl, and I love you so. You're my understand, girl, and I love you so. Thanks so much.
Man, that was so good. It's one of those songs you just don't want to stop. You know, tour Mexico or watered down. There's fantastic lines, some great lines in that song, and what a talent Alfie is. And thanks to Kelly and John, Tuesday Live, longtime Tuesday Live audience members, for connecting me with Alfie. Fantastic that I'm able to share him on the show, and get out and see him if he's coming to your town, or head down to his town and check him out. He plays out quite a bit. Most weekends you can catch Alfie somewhere. But thanks again, Alfie, for sharing that with us too, and looking forward to more Alfie music as we move forward with Tuesday Live. And that brings us just about to the end of tonight's show, episode 86 of Tuesday Live. And thanks to everyone who participated in tonight's show. Stan McRae for sharing the world as he sees it through his camera lens. And of course, the great Alfie Smith, the amazing Waxxie from up in North Bay, and Marc Desilets from up in Kapuskasing, our feature performers. Fantastic songs from each of them as well as our regular cast members, Rob Dylan, Neil Old, Robbie O'Spoon, and Cousin Willy. And thank you to all the generous folks who help support the show as Tuesday Live patrons or contributing to our virtual tip jar. Really helps us keep the show going, and now we're 86 episodes in. We're just going to keep this thing rolling on. Having a lot of fun with it, and great to hang out with everybody on Tuesday nights. And check out tuesdaylive.ca for how you can help support the show or anything else about the show. Thanks also to our executive producer, Carol, and Karen, and Julia, who have done some of the animation on the show. And thank you so much for watching tonight. It's always great to have folks in the audience. And tell your friends, let's get some more folks out here and make this even a bigger party every Tuesday night. And if you want to hang out, we have a little after party on Zoom. I think my mom might be on with her sister tonight out in St. Mary's. And sometimes we have folks check in from out in Vancouver Island. I know there's been a lot of... I think Vancouver Island hasn't been too bad. I mean, I think they've got the weather, not as much of the weather damage that they've had out in BC, but that's terrible. Certainly thinking of all our friends out west and dealing with all the catastrophic damage from that storm. That's terrible out there. And next week on the show, we're going to play your favorites. So I'll be reaching out to you if you don't reach out to me, and find out what songs you'd like us to play. And I think the great Sandy McKay is going to be back, and we'll probably have some other surprise musical guests as well. And if you watch the news, and I personally don't, as I find it kind of too depressing, and it can seem to be that it's a real angry and hate-filled world out there. And here at Tuesday Live, we're all about love, and there's lots of love to be found in the world if you're not afraid to share some of your own. So why don't we all just love? Everybody needs a place to go, and everybody needs a way to know they're just loved. Why do we hurt the ones we love? Why don't we lift them up instead of putting them down and just love? 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. I'll only be here for a very short time, to lie in the sun and drink sweet wine and just love. Well, I'll be here and then be gone. Instead of harsh words and singing sad songs, let's just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. Keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. I'm just gonna do, and if you join with me, well then we would make two. We need more giving, less taken away. If we start right now, we'll get there someday to just love. You find it in your heart if you look deep enough. You find the only thing that we really need now, it's just love. Hard to just love in a world full of hate. If we get started now, it won't be too late to just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just just love, just love, just love, just love, just love.